Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Consoletronix, my name's Gray, and allow me to welcome you to a gun-toting, bomb-flinging episode as I will be inspecting the classic arcade and Neo Geo series of quirky run-and-gun shoot-em-ups that made about as much advancement in graphics and gameplay in its run as a snail pushing a shopping trolley up a hill. It's the Metal Slug Anthology for the PS2. Metal Slug and its many sequels are quite simply run-and-gun royalty, and if any of you say you don't like Metal Slug, then I say you're mad and deserve to be lobotomized, because it really doesn't get any better than this. Released for arcades way back in 1996, it quickly made its home debut on the Neo Geo consoles, before ports would appear for both the Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation. Sadly, only in Japan though. Rumours of a SNES version were doing the rounds for a time, but were quickly quashed as Nintendo prepared to release their next system, the Nintendo 64.
Metal Slug 2.
Released 2 years after the first, Metal Slug 2 would come under fire from certain sections of so-called fans for numerous little niggles, chief among them the slowdown, something that also plagued the prequel to the Metal Slug series, the excellent underwater shoot-em-up In the Hunt. So SNK would release, less than a year later, Metal Slug X, an improvement over Part 2, which is saying something indeed, and again we wouldn't have to wait long before home releases on both the AES and Neo Geo CD machines, before a worldwide release on PS1, the Saturn by this time being deader than a dodo's disco. SNK were without question the absolute grandmasters of the incremental upgrade, because like their legendary annual 2D beat-em-up series King of Fighters, Metal Slug 3 would be almost indistinguishable from Part 1 and 2 to a layman, but they added just enough new features to the perfect as it was gameplay to keep us fans well and truly hooked. This game remained within arm's reach of my original Xbox for many years. It's brilliant. We may have been joined by a new cast of characters in Part 4, but it's business as usual in all other aspects. Run, gun, pilot a variety of vehicles and take down bosses that barely fit inside the screen. All with the same trademark humour and heroin-like addictive gameplay. Although I was a little jealous of the fact that American gamers got Parts 4 and 5 on one disc, as us UK PS2 owners got Part 4 as a standalone release only. Now, while I consider myself a massive fan of this franchise, I have to be honest and say my interest waned a little when this one first came out. There was a lot going on for me in the early 2000s, and the fact that developers SNK also had a lot on their plates, what with being declared bankrupt and all, but I would pick it up eventually on the PS2 and be reminded that as fucked up as life can be, at least Metal Slug is always and will always be awesome, regardless of the number on the end. If my late arrival to the Metal Slug 5 party surprised you, then you better brace yourselves for the next revelation, because this compilation was my first time playing Part 6, although in my defence, it was also the first time that this entry had been available in the UK, as the PS2 release this time was Japan exclusive. And for a while, many of us thought that this would be the final time we would ride our Metal Slugs into battle. Thankfully though, it wasn't, because through a combination of shrewd business deals and pig-headed perseverance, SNK would overcome their many money woes and keep the Metal Slug brand at the forefront of the new gaming frontier, the mobile market, as well as a 7th instalment in the main series on the DS, to cater to fans both old and new. So my name's Gray, I hope you enjoyed my reminiscing over a long-time favourite video game series that's graced more platforms than a presidential candidate. So please like, share, subscribe and let me know your thoughts and experiences with this fantastic franchise in the comments section. You've been watching Consoletronix, more videos up very soon, so thank you very much for watching and goodbye.